Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Are you excited for the long holiday weekend? Yeah, me too. I'm ready for it. But you know what? I got to work today, got to work tomorrow. So it's still a few days away for me. But I hope you get ready to enjoy what's going to be hopefully a decent holiday weekend. This is First Alert, Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon, live in the First Alert Weather Center. And excuse me, we need to talk about today's weather because today is the First Alert Weather Day. And it's been an active week. We had First Alert Weather Days for Monday and Tuesday. And of course, you remember Tuesday because we had all those powerful thunderstorms that came across the area. Well, we have a chance of some thunderstorms today, and we really should be talking about them and give you an idea of what's going on. So we'll start off with a live view. Here we go, from our Oshkosh Sky camera. We've had some sun this morning, but now we're starting to see an increase of clouds. Our temperature right now is 63 degrees. So the clouds are increasing because of our next weather maker. We're going to anticipate some big thunderstorms across the area today, mainly during the afternoon and evening, but they shouldn't be as bad as the damaging weather we had Tuesday evening. However, the storms will be strong enough where it prompts a First Alert Weather Day. I want to show you First Alert Viper Max. Look at those storms that are down towards the Quad Cities. That's where Iowa and Illinois meet on the Mississippi River. As those storms are crossing into northern Illinois, we've got numerous tornado warnings. There's a squall line that's moving closer and closer to Chicagoland. Remember the storms that came in Tuesday night? They were on that squall line, and there were those little spin-up tornadoes, those embedded tornadoes. Well, they're getting the same thing in northwestern Illinois. The red boxes are tornado warnings. The purple box there to the east of Davenport, that is a confirmed tornado on the ground. And again, that's all moving off to the east. The light or pale yellow shaded counties all the way toward Chicago are in a severe thunderstorm watch until 1 o'clock this afternoon. That does not include us in northeast Wisconsin. However, the northern flank of that precipitation is pushing closer and closer to the Fox cities. And I do anticipate as we go into the midday that we're going to get wet. So we'll have a chance of some showers. We'll have a chance of some thunderstorms. I'm not too worried about the midday rain so much. But basically from Green Bay into the south, late this afternoon, especially this evening as we go to sunset and beyond, we have a marginal risk of severe weather, a level 1 risk of severe weather. You can see that light green color from Green Bay, south into the Fox Cities, Manitowoc, and Fond du Lac. So that's where we have this level 1 or marginal risk of severe weather, and it's a level 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. To give you a little bit of perspective, when we had those damaging thunderstorms on Tuesday, that was a level 3. So this is a 1. Not going to be as bad as what happened a few days ago. Isolated severe storms will be possible. Winds later today with thunderstorms could be gusting 40 to 60 miles an hour. There might be some 1-inch diameter hail, perhaps some downpours causing some ponding of water on roadways. I don't think it's a flash flooding situation per se, but don't be surprised if there's some heavy rain at times here and there with some of those thunderstorms this evening. And, you know, the tornado chance is not 0, let's put it that way. It's probably maybe about 2%. It's a little bit more, maybe more elevated across southern Wisconsin, especially down into northern Illinois. So the forecast for today, increasing clouds, 2 rounds of showers and storms, midday, early afternoon, and then again this evening. And with the thickening clouds and an east breeze, I don't think it's going to be as warm as it was yesterday. I'm expecting a high temperature of 72, and the temperatures might get knocked back a few degrees as we get that first round of showers and storms. And I'm not quite sure we can get back to 72 later in the afternoon, but we'll go with a high of 72 degrees. So let's go to First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. And here's something I showed this morning on Action 2 News. And it's something I don't show a lot, but it helps to illustrate the weather story. And it's a map of thunderstorm energy. It's instability in the atmosphere, which helps to feed these thunderstorms. Now, right now, the atmosphere isn't all that unstable. It's stable as opposed to unstable. And so, thunderstorms really can't thrive too well in our environment that we have right now. However, as a front approaches and we warm our temperatures up, you can see that instability building around lunchtime in the Fox cities, that area of yellow and orange there. That's where the instability starts to climb up into a moderate amount. You would think that the instability would continue to build into the afternoon, right? But watch what happens here on Pinpoint Predictor. The instability actually goes down in the afternoon. So why is that? Well, that's because the first round of thunderstorms coming in, and that rain is going to kind of use up that instability and cause it to go down. So there's that first batch of rain. This is the rain that's in Iowa moving into Wisconsin, and we'll have some showers and embedded thunderstorms over top of the Fox cities. That's 1 o'clock this afternoon, so around lunchtime. So you'll have some rain, some thunder. I really don't think what you're seeing here on Predictor is going to be severe. That's probably not going to be severe. But as that works over the atmosphere a little bit, that is going to help bring down the instability, which could spare us the worst as we go into this evening. So we get a little bit of a break in the action mid-afternoon, and then late today, sunset into the evening. That's when we could have that second round of thunderstorms. Those ones could be stronger, but they're not going to be as strong as what we had on Tuesday. Again, the atmosphere is just not going to be as unstable. However, I don't want you to think, oh, easy peasy, no worries, right? This evening, especially near and south of Highway 10, there could be a couple storms, and watch them here on Pinpoint Predictor. This is 7 o'clock this evening near Fond du Lac and Sheboygan, kind of riding the lakeshore up towards Manitowoc and up towards Algoma and then towards the bay. Those storms this evening, they could be strong, borderline severe. Those are the ones that could have the wind gusts of 40 to 60 miles an hour, perhaps the 1-inch diameter hail, perhaps the downpours. And then they'll tend to move out around and after midnight. So tomorrow, Saturday, you'll wake up, it'll be sunny across northeast Wisconsin, and Saturday is the nicest of the 3 weekend holiday days because, we're going into a holiday weekend. Sunday and Monday are not going to be nearly as nice. First Alert Pinpoint Predictor shows rainfall through tonight, and the rainfall totals will vary because it's all dependent on where the heavier thunderstorms track. They're more likely to track south, and if they can flare up near the bay, maybe. That's kind of iffy. That 7,200th there in Marinette, that may or may not happen. However, I do think the rain totals south of Highway 10, like Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Sheboygan, I can buy into that. Half an inch or more, maybe an inch in some of the heavier thunderstorms. So your severe weather outlook, it is in the moderate category for today, and then it's in the low category for Sunday and Monday, and I'm probably pushing it with that. But I wanted to differentiate today and Sunday and Monday. Sunday and Monday, we're going to have some strong winds as another storm system passes south of us. And maybe there's a thunderstorm in there somewhere, but really, as low pressure swirls across the region, Sunday into Monday, we could have winds gusting up around 40 plus miles an hour. So really, the latter half of this holiday weekend is looking windy and rainy and cooler, and not really that great for Memorial Day ceremonies, and not looking good for parades either. So temperatures right now, 50s and 60s. We'll see a high of 72. Increasing clouds, storms developing, could be strong this evening. Saturday is a winner, mostly sunny, 74. And then with the rain and the wind, we'll see temperatures dropping back into the mid-60s Sunday and Monday. And that storm system, possibly over the 2-day stretch, could bring us about 1 to 2 inches of soaking rain. And again, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Temperatures just kind of holding there in the 50s and 60s. And I know that Sunday night, we got a nice event in De Pere. I used to take my kids to celebrate De Pere. We used to bring the chairs down over to Ashwaubenon in Ashwaubenon, that park there. There's those baseball fields there, and we would try to get as close to the Fox River. We would set up those folding chairs and kind of look south towards De Pere and see the fireworks. Good enough view to see the fireworks and not necessarily fight the traffic on the way home. Anyway, that's where I used to camp out with my kids when they were younger. They're a little older now. Now they're not as interested. Anyway, this is not going to be a great year to watch the fireworks, assuming that they don't make some changes as far as when they're having them. As far as I know, they're still going to be held Sunday evening around 9:30. It looks rainy. It looks windy. I think it's going to be just, not a great night to watch the fireworks. I think temperatures will be in the upper 50s. I think in years past, they've adjusted when the fireworks are. I don't make that call. That's not my business. But anyway, that's how it looks right now. So keep your ears open for not only what they're going to do with the fireworks and what the forecast is actually going to be like. And I think it's going to be rainy and windy and in the upper 50s. And then after that, the weather pattern gets a little bit calmer. Maybe there's some showers on Tuesday, but then the sun's back out Wednesday and Thursday with temperatures on either side of 70 degrees. All right. Oh, this graphic's in there again. That's nice. You get an encore performance of that. All right, let's skip past that. All right, so I like to talk a lot about our app. It comes in really handy. In fact, I was talking with BJ, who is one of the DJs or the radio personalities down at WHBY in Appleton. And he was telling me that he really likes to use the app and not only look at the radar, but you can kind of push the radar into the future and see the future scan. So you see where the showers and storms are now and where they're going to be a couple hours from now. And that really is just helpful information for you and your family to kind of plan ahead, especially when there is a risk of severe weather. So you get an idea of when things are going to possibly get bad. And whenever we get new data in the Weather Center, we pump that out to the app. And so you're getting the very freshest information. And anytime we have warnings from the National Weather Service, those alerts get sent right to the app. And if you have lightning within 10 miles of you or heavy precipitation nearby, those push alerts go out. That way you are kept informed. You're staying informed of what's going on, and we're doing what we can to help you and your family be weather ready. So if you haven't gotten the app yet, scan the QR code on the left side of your screen. If you're on your phone watching me, that's kind of hard to do, right? But not everybody's watching it that way. Some people are watching this on their TVs or their laptops, maybe on Roku or on YouTube or on Facebook or however you're watching this. Anyway, if you're able to, scan the QR code and get that right to your smartphone if you can. All right, so coming up tonight, Action 2 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Our buddy meteorologist David Ernst, he'll be keeping an eye on these storms and kind of breaking into programming if necessary. That's if necessary. I don't anticipate this will be a situation where we blow out any shows. Tuesday night we had to do that. We had to blow out some of the shows, including the season finale of The Good Doctor. We heard a lot about that from people like you. The good news is that some of those shows are going to be airing Sunday at noon and at 1 o'clock. I know The Good Doctor is running at 1 o'clock. And anyway, so if you're missing out on some of those shows, Sunday at noon and 1 p.m. I don't anticipate that we'll need to do that tonight, but we may have to break in briefly into programming if we have any warnings, and I just want to make sure you are prepared for that. So Mr. Ernst, David Ernst, has got Action 2 News weather tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10. All right, so there you go. There is my update for you. And, I really hope that you and your family have a wonderful weekend. This is one of those weekends where it's, I called it, I called it on the TV side and I called it on the radio side, a Jekyll and Hyde weekend forecast. Dr. Jekyll was the good guy, and he, his alter ego, Mr. Hyde, he's the bad guy. So the first half of the holiday weekend is Dr. Jekyll, and the second half of the holiday weekend is Mr. Hyde. But you know what? It is difficult to go through 3 consecutive days in late May without having some sort of adverse weather. And sure enough, this is what's going to be happening. Anyway, I hope you have a good time with your families. I hope that you take a minute to think about why we're off for 3 days. Memorial Day, it's good to just think about those people who just gave everything. I mean, all gave some and some gave all. And it's really important to remember those who served our country, who have passed on. They believed in this country, they believed in freedom, and they believed in us. And we need to believe in them even years later. So it's important to think about that and be thankful and have gratitude. Anyway, I have gratitude that you're watching our live stream today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll have more details on news and weather coming up on Action 2 News mid-morning. Have a fantastic Friday. Take care.